Google Drive. So when you are using Google Drive, so can you tell where your file is stored? You cannot say your file can be here or here or here. Okay, but only you know that your file is stored in Google Drive, but where exactly physically stored, that no idea. Okay, so that what we can say AWS local zones. Okay, where your computation is done, where your storage is done, where your database is storing lies that are not informed to the users. Okay, and moreover, single digit millisecond latency. The access from these zones are very fast. For example, this is your cloud with region R with one of the availability zone. You can access this data from this zone with single digit milliseconds latency. So very, very fast. Within a blink of your eyes, you are going to get the data. Okay. So that is what AWS global infrastructure. Okay. And another one which you call AWS Outpost. It is nothing but your cloud, your AWS cloud, and your local server. Okay, this is your local server, and these are working together. Okay, right? See, brings native AWS services infrastructure operating models to on-premises facility. So whatever app you are running, whatever service you are running, all can be brought here. It's nothing but both are working together. Okay, both are working together. So you can access all those from your local server. Okay. Right. So I'll stop now. Okay. So I'll request Srinivas, please start the first quiz. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
What we covered, just let us have a revise. So what we covered, it's about introduction to public cloud. Then different types of clouds are there. We started discussion on public cloud. Then I discussed on that there are three types of clouds, what we call public cloud, and some of the benefits of the public cloud and the AWS global infrastructure. So it has 87 availability zone, 27 geographic region, and they are planning for 7 more regions. And these 7 regions are divided into 21 availability zones, right? And these availability zones are consist of more data centers, right? And they are connected with a high bandwidth. Okay. And always they're looking for high network performance. They want to overcome power problem, lightning strikes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and so on. That's why they have a more number of availability zones, replication. And this is called AWS local zone, where you can access multiple things from single place. And this is a AWS outpost that your cloud and your local server work together. Okay. So we'll stop here and I'll please start the quiz, first quiz.
So participants will open the first polling. So we have 4 questions in first poll. The duration of the polling is 4 minutes. The poll is open now. Let's move. So we have completed the polling question. For the first question, which of the following is or cloud types in terms of deployment? The right answer is option A, public cloud. And second question, which of the following is not a public cloud? The right answer is option D, none. And third question, which of the following is not a benefit of public cloud? Right answer is option D, none. And fourth question, how many A is it available for AWS? The right answer is option D, none of the above. So, participants, if you have any questions till the topic is covered, please put it in the chat.
நம்மளோட இந்த ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு அந்த டாஸ்க் பிரேக்
Okay, any questions, please? Please post your questions, so I will try to answer them.
So there is a query from Anushdra. Can you please explain reliability of AWS once more?
ஆனா இந்த மாதிரி மெயிலா அனுப்புறாங்க நம்ம டூல் போகணும்.
What is the question?
Can you please explain reliability of AWS once more?
Reliable. Okay. Suppose imagine you are a user of your laptop. Okay, you are a user of your laptop. Okay, right? So it's okay. As of now, it's working fine. But after some time, suppose by some reasons your laptop is crashed. So what you have to do? You have to give it for repair or replacement. Okay, right? But now if you're join cloud, okay, so there is no chance of any crash because your virtual machines are running on different data centers. Okay, right? Availability zone 1, availability zone 2, availability zone 3. So your machine is running here, here, and here. Suppose if this is crashed, your machine is running here. If this is crashed, your machine is running. So it means that your services all are running all the time. There is no repair or replacement issues. Okay. So means your cloud is always available. Okay, we can say it's reliable. Always you get services whenever you want. Okay, right? Let us go back to the one. Okay. Okay. So since public cloud employs large number of resources from different locations, I mean availability zones divided by regions. So if any resource fail, public cloud can employ another one. If one A zone is failed, you will get other availability zone. So all your applications are continuously running without any issue or any replacement or any halting or nothing like this. Okay, so that's why it's a reliable. Okay, yeah. Any other question? Okay, if there is no question, we can go ahead, Srinivas.
Yes, sir, we can, sir.
Yeah.
So there is a query from Ranjan. Is a Google Drive and OneDrive a cloud service?
Yes, yes. They are the service. Your Google Drive. What you do Google Drive? Okay, right. So in Google Drive, you store your files, right? Your files. So that is a cloud service. Google Drive is a cloud service. It comes under SaaS, software as a service. Okay, right. You can create your Word file and you store in a Google Drive. Okay, but can you tell where it is stored? No, it's stored in cloud only. That we don't know where is the location. Okay.
And this includes type of model. Is it public cloud model?
What? Pardon?
From Jishin is asking, this include in which type of model? Is it public cloud model?
See, the public cloud model means you can create your account. You can start using services and you have to pay for those services. So all such cloud services are comes under public cloud. Okay. Any other question?
That's it as of now.
Okay. So let us go ahead with the next topic, that is private cloud. So what is private cloud and how it is different from public cloud? Okay. Suppose if I say that this is a cloud, we can say, suppose this is a cloud. Okay. So in this cloud, we can create our own public cloud, or the entire cloud itself is a private. So this is a private and this is a public. And within this public, you can create your own private cloud, right? So this is a private cloud is a completely restricted. It's only allowed for the privileged users. For example, WhatsApp. The members in WhatsApp are only to see the messages, not others. Okay, formally. Or the members of the of a WhatsApp group can able to send or receive post, right, messages. So here also in cloud, there are certain services are reserved and these services are to be used by the privileged users. For example, let us take a company X. This company X, can it has its own private cloud or they using the public cloud, some part of the public cloud as a private cloud, right? So what is the reason behind this? For example, hotel. Anybody can go and hire hotels, right? If they are available. So that is a public hotel, we can say. If you can go pay the money, you will get the room, right? But there are some guest houses, they are private guest houses. You cannot, even though you have money, you cannot get it, right? They're only for privileged users, not for anyone who want to pay money. Okay, so there are some private guest houses are there in cities that are only for privileged users, not for others, not for general. Okay, so what is the use? The use is that you have your own resources. Whenever you want, you get it. There is no question of busy, right? Anytime accessible. Critical data, you are working on a critical data. You want privacy, others may not. accidentally get the data, right? So these are all the requirements. That's why people want to stay in private guest house rather than hotel. Okay. So you see that as compared to the hotel, the number of guest houses are very limited. Okay. Similarly, the private clouds are limited as compared to the public cloud. Okay. And moreover, the public cloud charges more money than the public cloud. So guest house usually has more to pay as compared to the hotel rooms, right? So you can easily compare private public cloud with the guest house and public hotels. Okay. So you see that as I told that this is your imagine this is your Amazon cloud, okay, and in this Amazon cloud we can create your public cloud. This is a private cloud, and this call is as a Amazon virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. We'll call it as a VPC. Okay, Amazon private cloud. Okay, right? And whatever you do activities inside this private cloud are not going to be accessed outside. There are lots of machines are going to connect it. Okay, right? So whatever you do, you're not going to access outside. Outsides are not allowed. Okay. So in one of the lecture, we'll talk about this entire Amazon virtual private cloud. Not now or today, maybe after some lectures, we'll talk about this Amazon virtual private cloud. Look at this, Cisco. I think everybody knows this company, Cisco, very popular company for networking equipments. Okay. So they have their own private cloud, means all the employees and the privileged stakeholders of this company can access their own private cloud. This is the Cisco Quick Start private cloud. Okay. Okay. And there are some other concept behind this private cloud like Cisco Firepower. This is mainly for protecting this cloud security. Okay. And this cloud is running on a data center. Okay. We'll call as a Cisco ASAP data center. Okay. And Microsoft, of course, Microsoft has its own cloud called Azure, and Azure is a public cloud, right? And within this public cloud, they have started their, they can also provide you the private cloud. We'll call as a Azure Stack. Azure Stack. In AWS, we'll call Amazon VPC. And whereas in Microsoft, we'll call as a Azure Stack. Okay. So these are the private clouds. Okay. We can say private clouds is like a mini cloud from the entire cloud, bigger cloud. Okay. Right. Now, that's what a brief information about the public cloud, private cloud. Let us go for another type of cloud, that is a hybrid cloud. Right. So hybrid cloud is the combination of the public cloud, private cloud, and your local server all together. Right. And now the current practices. Now the current practices is that when you are doing a bigger application, it involves your local server and your public cloud as well as some operations from the private cloud. So all together we'll call it as a hybrid cloud. Now the bigger companies are relying on this type of infrastructure. They're not only truly on public side or private side, but all together, local premises private cloud and as well as the public cloud. Because if you talk about the non-critical activities, they can do on public cloud. If the critical activity and more resources are required, they will do on private cloud. And if your critical activity, not much resources are required, then you can go on your local servers. So like that, based on the requirements, they are try to use any one of these. Okay. So these are the benefits. Scalability, right? When you want to do the local, you can go local or go remote, your choice. Flexibility, easy to use resources, and cost effective. Even though there are cloud has lots of benefits, there are some services which don't require cloud that can be do with your local premises. So you can use local premises, save the subscription cost, right? And when it comes to the critical data, you always use your local system or your private cloud, not public cloud is advisable. Okay. So based on your data requirements, you can play with all these three types of cloud deployments. Disadvantage. What is the disadvantage is that when you want to connect all these three clouds, public, private, and infrastructure, they must be connected. You require a huge high performance network infrastructure, right? If any issue with the network infrastructure, then you may not realize the benefits of these three infrastructures. Okay. So network is a more important issue when you're talking about the multiple clouds. Okay. Of course, security is also an issue because you are connecting with other clouds. So via media, so that media is a lies to attacks. Okay. So in hybrid model, right? If you say that how it's working, I just read these lines here. In hybrid model, companies deploy their workload in private environment or public environment or move between them as when required. Okay. Sometimes you want your data should be in private and sometimes you want your data should be in public. So they can easily move out of these two public clouds, these two clouds. Okay. So there's nothing but is a flexible, right? Suppose when your relatives are visiting your house, so they can use both hotel rooms as well as your house. Okay. Right. So you can see here this figure, what we can say that from your local premises. Okay. So this is your local premises. This and public cloud. Okay. Let us take this is a private cloud. Private cloud. Okay. So all together we can use together. Right. So your Amazon Web Services, your Microsoft Azure, Google are known as a public cloud, and within that public cloud we can create our own private infrastructure. Okay. Right. So how you going to integrate? If I show this is the public cloud and this is your private cloud and this is your local server. Okay. So how to connect it? Okay, how to connect it? Of course, you connect it through wired or wireless connection, but how the softwares are going to connect it? Okay, so for that you require application programming interface. Okay, so we have one complete lecture, okay, on APIs. Okay, so that time it will be clear that what is API. So by using this application programming interface, the software of this system can connect with the software of this cloud and again the software of this cloud. Okay, so they can all software models are get connected way. Okay, right? So that is what hybrid cloud integration. Okay, so that's what we can just keep this slide. Okay. So this is what we can say some implementation part. Okay, where you are implement. So how these things are to be done, front end application, right? Okay, so collecting the resources for which resources are part of this hybrid computing. Okay, what are the APIs to be connected? So these are all what we can say it's an implementation rather than as of now. So this concept can be a part, is not part of users like you. Those who are professionals who are working on this kind of cloud integration, they can understand what exactly these points are. Okay, right? So this is a completely for the IT professionals, not for the students, right? It's only for IT professionals. Okay, and this is not for students. Okay, if I'll explain this thing, then it get lots of confusions. Okay, you don't know what is orchestration. Okay, database instances. You don't know what is instances. What is resilience? So these things are out of your knowledge as of now, including the virtualization layer. So this takes some time to understand these concepts. Okay. So as of now, we can skip this slide because this slide is mainly for IT professionals, not students who are the beginners. Okay. So these are the some of the services what we can comes under like hybrid cloud platforms. Okay, like AWS Outpost, Azure Stack, Azure Arc, Google Anthos, VMware on AWS. So they all comes under. There are some of the example of hybrid cloud. Okay, just keep in mind as of now, right? So we can skip. This is for IT. Okay. So disaster recovery. So what is this disaster recovery, right? So in public, private, and your local server, right? If your apps are running on these servers, 3 locations, if this is crashed, still it's running here. If this is crashed, still you're running here. Okay. So that is the advantage of using hybrid cloud. Okay. So some bigger companies, they are always looking for this kind of features. Okay. Right. And these are the some of the advantages of using hybrid cloud. So development of your applications and testing your application. For example, if you want to create website, okay, you can create your website and you can test your website how it is running. Okay, and data processing, you can write your own machine learning models. Okay, machine learning models, you can create your own programs, I mean apps. Okay, and high changeable workloads. Suppose when you are hosting your website, so the resources may go up and down. Okay, right. So hybrid cloud computing can easily scope up with this kind of issues. Okay, for example, Flipkart.com. During some sales time, when there is a huge traffic, then the Flipkart is running on the cloud will increase their work infrastructure so that it can scope up with those demands. Okay, seasonal demands. You can see here. Okay. Let's skip this. Then the multi-cloud. So what is multi-cloud and how it is different from hybrid cloud? Okay, I'll write here. Hybrid cloud, what I told you that there is a public cloud, there is a private cloud, and your local server. But whereas your multi-cloud is nothing but 3 or more than 2 or 3 public clouds. So this is a public cloud, this is a public cloud, this is a public cloud. For example, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. So all these are the public clouds, same type. Okay, and above all this one, the user going to play between these cloud services. Okay, you can see here multi-cloud is the use of cloud services for more than one cloud vendor. For example, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, okay, IBM, right, like this. Okay, right. So here, multi-cloud typically running enterprises applications, okay, across these particular cloud providers. So this multi-cloud is not for user like an individual. It is for big companies, okay, where the data and application are in size of petascale, right? So why this is cloud? Why this is multi-cloud? Okay, there are lots of reasons are there. Okay, one is the portable. Okay, suppose there are three services are there. For example, this is AWS, this is your Azure, and this is your cloud company. Suppose there is a service S1, service S2, and service S3. And all these services are same service. They will provide same types of service, but the cost of this service is much cheaper than this cost. And this cost is much cheaper than this cost. Then the user of all this multi-cloud can go and switch to this S1. For example, how you change our SIM card, right, from one subscriber to other subscriber. Providers. Okay, right? So that what the beauty of this multi-cloud. And in future, we are not relying on a single cloud. We are trying to use multi-clouds. And it's already started. The companies are using multi-cloud. Okay, right? And some clouds are specialized in some services. For example, this is good at S4, this is good at S5, and this is good at S6 services. So as a user, you can use this S4 here and this S5 here and then S6 here. Okay, so this is what the advantage. For example, when you are hosting an event, to conduct an event, you require lots of different technology and resources that we hire from different companies. Similarly, here also, when user wants some service from this cloud and other services from this cloud, then you can go for multi-cloud. So by using this multi-cloud platform, you can use all those services at one place, S4, S5, S6. So this is your multi-cloud platform. Okay. You can see here, this is example, this is the one cloud and this is cloud. So you can play between these things. Okay. Right. So this is very much for lots of applications like data warehousing, cloud storage, huge storage, running your mobile intelligence apps, okay, and so on, right? So one problem with the cloud, what I told in the last class, is a vendor lock-in. Suppose you are a user of AWS, right? You cannot go easily to other Azure. But now because of this multi-cloud platform, we can put this together. Okay, so that is one of the benefit overcoming this vendor lock-in problem. Okay, and other one is the high level of flexibility. Okay, it's a high level of flexibility. Okay. Right. So some of the benefits are rapidly adapt. Okay, overcoming the problem of outages. Suppose when AWS is down, right, still the user can use Azure services. Okay, so that is the meaning of reduced vulnerability to outages. Okay, and other one is some compliances issue, right? When you are using this one or this one, you have lots of compliances issue are there. But now when you all put together under multi-cloud platform, then all these such issue will be wiped out. Okay, so that is the advantages, right? So in future, we are going to rely on multi-cloud, not on a single cloud. Okay, so IBM IBM offering this multi-cloud strategy. Okay, IBM is one of the first company who came with the multi-cloud. Okay, multi-cloud offerings, right? So you can see and the Google, you can see about more about this IBM cloud. So IBM cloud is a multi-cloud. You can use multiple cloud services on a single platform. Okay. So these are also some of the use cases of IBM multi-cloud. For example, IBM Cloud Park for Watson, right? So these are all some of the features of multi-cloud. Okay. So I'm not going in detail of this one because if you go in detail of this one, then you have to learn many things. Okay. So that is not part of our points right now. So we can learn this thing at any time. Okay. So we'll stop here and I'll ask Srinivas to please start the second quiz.
Yeah, sure, sir. So participant will open the second set of polling questions. We have 3 questions and the duration of the polling is 3 minutes. The poll is open now. One minute now. So we have completed the second polling. The second polling, the first question, which are the following is our benefits of private cloud? The right answer is option D, all of the above. And second, which of the service provided by Cisco? The right answer is option D, all of the above. And who provides multi-cloud environment? The right answer is option B, IBM. So thank you, person, for participating in the second poll. So we have a query from Siraj is
Why
asking what is
queries are
difference?
not displaying on the chat box? The chat box?
Yeah, we already explained, sir.
Huh.
So there is a query from Siraj. He's asking what is the difference between server or a cloud server?
I mean, server means I think it's a local server. So let me write. This is a server. We can say server means local server. Okay, the server what you are using in your uh, server. I mean your labs. Okay, or your company, and there is a cloud. Okay, right. The servers using for cloud purposes. And this is both are for computation. Okay, both are for computation, but this is a you can see it's your local within your control. Okay, right, it's a local and it is under control, right? And this is a remote and this is controlled by cloud service providers. You may have same server, right, same of server, but here we have only few and here we have in terms of thousands. Okay, so this is all running in behind the cloud, and this is in your office or lab or your server. Okay, but both job is to compute, right? But thing is that here we have a flexibility to use large number of cloud servers, but here we have only the servers which are available. We can use it. We cannot increase or you cannot increase the server as you require. But here, as many as want, you can increase the number of servers. Okay, so that is the basic difference between the local server and a cloud server. And cloud server is not visible. This local server can be found in your office, lab, or some other place. But cloud servers are basically running in a data centers. Okay, right? Any other? Srinivas, any other?
So if either of the server fails, like private, cloud, or local server, will it compromise the data that was stored in these servers? In case of multi and hybrid servers.
Could you read please again?
Yeah. If either of the servers fails, like private, cloud, or local server, will it compromise the data that was stored in on these servers in case of multi and hybrid servers?
See, actually, that is not going to happen so easily. Okay, because suppose this is your data, right? This is your data. This is your data, right? Stored in different regions. For example, regions. In the region, again, you have availability zones. So it's stored here also. It's stored here also. If this is crashed, suppose this is in USA. If this is crashed, still your data is available here. If this is crashed, still it is available here. So the probability of this kind of situation is very almost zero. It is very unlikely that your local machine crashed, your your private server crashed, okay, and everything is crashed. So it's not. It's very, very unlikely to happen. Okay, right? But 90%, 9.99 of the time, you can retain your data. Okay, right?
So there is a query from Sri Lakshmi. She's asking quick start private cloud provided by Cisco, right?
Which?
Quick start private cloud provided by Cisco.
Yes.
Then from Sachin, server is in-house server and cloud server run remotely.
What do you call? What is that?
From Sachin, server is in-house server and cloud server run remotely.
Yeah. Your local server is in your house on premises. Okay, whereas the cloud servers are running in the data center remotely. Okay.
Private cloud is not cost effective, right? He's asking. Javera is asking.
Private cloud is not cost effective because it is only for privileged users, like a guest house. Guest house with limited edition rooms are there, and that is only for the privileged users, and it will be costly. Okay.
Then one of the user has asked which of the service provided by Cisco. So he's asking to repeat the question of polling question session 2. So which of the service provided by Cisco? Option A, Quickstart Private Cloud. Option B,
Yes, yes.
Firepower. C, ASAP Data Center. And D, all of the above. So the option is, right answer is all of the above.
Yes. Yes, yes. You can go to the slide. Okay, I'll just go to the slide. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are all part of the private cloud. Okay. So it's a Cisco Firepower, Cisco ASP, Cisco Private Cloud. All together is a part of the private cloud environment. Okay. Is it none of the above is written? Srinivas?
No, so it is written as all of the above only.
Okay. All of the above only. Okay.
Just to get a survey of the challenge be there at the end.
Yeah, sorry, it's actually mistaken from my side. So it is mentioned as none of the above. The right answer option is all of the above.
Okay.
Sorry
All
for the
of the above.
inconvenience.
Okay. Okay. All of the above. Okay. Right. Okay, thanks for pointing out mistakes. Okay. Thanks very much. Okay. Let us go ahead with the remaining topic today. So, service models, right? Okay. In the last class, I explained you a brief information about what do you mean by service models. Okay. So these are the three types of popular service models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. In infrastructure as a service, you will find servers, storage, okay, as a part of the infrastructure. Okay, hardware resources. But when it comes to PaaS, okay, right, operating system, some DBMS software where you can build your DBMS tables, all comes under PaaS. You like web development, all comes under platform as service. And the third one, the cloud will provide everything. For example, Google Doc. So Google Doc is a software is running somewhere in the remote, not in your system. Okay. So these are the three different types of service models. Okay. Right. So Amazon is a front running. All if you see all cloud major cloud providers, so most of them are infrastructure as service providers. Okay. So these are the some of the examples, right? So we can create our virtual machine. We can create our virtual machine by using infrastructure as a service. For example, this is the cloud, and this is your own laptop where you are sitting. Okay, this is your PC. We can create one more PC in cloud. We'll call as a virtual machine. This is also a PC, and we can access this PC inside here. Okay, and you can work on this PC, and this is your virtual machine. Okay, right? So you can create any. This is your Dell system running on Windows, whereas your virtual machine running on Mac OS. Okay, so within the system, we can get one more system, right? Fine. So this is called virtual machine. So one of the best use of infrastructure is of IS is that creating virtual machines. Okay. So in the next class, I will give you a live demonstration, or you will get the same demonstration from your coordinators that how to create a virtual machine. Okay. So we can create a virtual machine of Linux version, Ubuntu version, okay, Windows version, and the Mac OS, your choice, whatever your choice. Okay. So this you cannot do on your local machine. Only you can create virtual machine in the cloud and you access it. Okay. Right. So these are the use cases of your virtual machine. You can create your websites, store your data, you can write your web applications, you can do some high-end application programs. Okay, you can deal with your data warehouses. So all the activity what you are going to do on your laptop, the same, most of the things can be done in your virtual machine, right? And you can want your virtual machine for 1 hour, you create for 1 hour, and after 1 hour you destroy it, right? Okay, so these are the service models and type. Somebody is asking me, okay, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Okay, what I explained in the last lecture. Okay, right? So these are the, you can do for 1 hour and you can destroy the virtual machine. Suppose I can create virtual machine of 4 CPU and 20 GB RAM, use for 1 hour, and you terminate it. After some time, you create one more virtual machine, Mac OS, okay, with 10 CPUs and 50 GB, use for 3 hours and terminate it. So you have to pay for only 1 hour, 1 hour, and 3 hours. So this is the flexibility offered by your cloud services. You cannot change your laptop if you want Mac OS or Windows operating system. It's not that easy. You cannot run Mac operating system on your Dell PC. But now by using virtual machine, you can use this Mac OS. Okay. So these are the implementation of your infrastructure as service, dealing with the storage, dealing with the compute, security part, how you recover when something goes wrong, then how many CPUs are required, how network should be faster. So all these things are will be dealing by infrastructure as service. In the next class, I'll give you a brief demonstration. Okay, right? That how you use all these particular services. Okay, these and so on. Right? Platform as service. So what is this platform? Right? For example, if you want to create a database, okay, right? So you require a database software. And this database software is running on your virtual machine. So this is your platform as a service. On this, you can create your own database, tables, queries, and so on. Okay. For example, this is your virtual machine, and it is like a Python programming language. And above this, you are creating your ML apps. So this is your PaaS. Okay. So hardware plus some software to create a new software. So that is comes under PaaS. Okay. So some of the examples of PaaS are Google App Engine. Okay. AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Right. And you can say Azure DevOps. So these all are comes under some of the examples of PaaS. By using these services, we can create our own required apps like website, machine learning, so on, programs. Okay, right? Software has a service. For example, your Google Doc. So Google Doc is like a Microsoft Word. Okay, right? Google Doc. So here you write, you edit, or you read, you can perform all these operations. But your Google Doc is a software, and this software is running on a server. So you can write here your virtual machine plus PaaS plus your Google Doc. Google Doc. So all together are comes under SaaS. For example, your Netflix streaming coming from some server. So software, hardware, everything from remote. Quality you watch in your TV. Okay, right? So everything is running on third party, starting from hardware to software, and that is called SaaS. Okay, so any online softwares you are going to use today, they are all SaaS. For example, Cloud Adobe. Okay, the Adobe software what you are using today is online. Online MATLAB. The MATLAB software earlier we have offline, but now it is online. Your YouTube. YouTube is the best example for your SaaS. Okay, so any software or any app which are running on online that you are able to access it, then that is comes under SaaS. Okay, so there is an important topic what I told you earlier that we learn. There is one full lecture on this API. Okay, not now, after some lectures. Okay, so this is a brief example of about SaaS. Okay, so these are all the some of the examples of software. So Salesforce is a CRM software. Google Workspace app means Google Doc is a part of this. Microsoft 365 online office. So all are part of this doc. Your DocuSign, your Zoom, WebEx, what we are currently taking online classes, your Adobe Creative Cloud, your Shopify, these are all the SaaS. Okay, right? So with this, we'll stop now, and I'll request Srinivas, please start the thought, please, and followed by question and answers.
Sure, sir. Participants, open the third set of polling. We have 3 questions and duration of the polling is 3 minutes. The poll is open now.